What a win, what a win, what a win. Merry Christmas for everyone who celebrated yesterday. Happy Kwanzaa for anyone celebrating today. What a win. Minnesota Timberwolves beat the Utah Jazz to be 2-0 on the season, undefeated. Let's get it. What's up, everyone? Timberwolves beat the Jazz 116 to 111, a hard-fought battle by the Timberwolves. We controlled this game from start to finish, had contributions from 6 to 8 people on this team today. There were some crucial keys to the game today where we grew from our last game against Detroit. We did not let the other team have as many easy looks as they did last game. Points in the paint and interior defense was noticeably different today. We held them to just 50 points in the paint out of a total of 111. Way better than the 66 out of 101 points. We moved the ball way better. Rubio also was able to come into this game and dictate possessions, whether he was on the first unit, the second unit, whenever he was on the floor, it was good for the most part, except for his part in the fourth quarter, which we'll touch on later. We continued to attack the rim, a great sign for our young team. So let's talk about the win. First quarter. Start of the game didn't look very pretty. They had 6 straight easy points in the paint. Gobert had 2 of them and maybe a layup by someone else. I thought the game was going to look pretty ugly, but then D'Lo helped us out in the beginning, scoring 7 of our first 9 Timberwolves points. Towns had 2 monster blocks on Bogdanovic. Those blocks set the tone for our defense throughout the majority of this game. We were high effort, high energy, getting steals all up in their faces. We saw Edwards and Culver come in and contribute early, attacking the basket. Anthony Edwards made his first 3-pointer. Towards the end of the first, we saw this 3-guard lineup with Rubio, Anthony Edwards, and D'Angelo Russell, complemented by Malik Beasley and Cat. That lineup was amazing. They were moving the ball a ton, getting wide open looks, shooting 3-pointers. I loved that lineup. We didn't get to see very much of it throughout the game, but I cannot wait to see that lineup in the future being one that we put out there consistently to get us buckets. Okogie was good on the boards early on, had some putback layup. Beasley was attacking the rim at will today. Anthony Edwards in that first quarter had some awesome plays, barreling to the basket, getting a layup, spin move on Rudy Gobert, $200 million man defensive player of the year, finishing a basket over him. Beasley's hustle and energy was huge, leading us into the second quarter. Second quarter. Somewhere in the second quarter, we saw the Nas, Okogie, and Juancho lineup. I don't know what that lineup is supposed to give us, but it never gives us anything good. Always results in a turnover one way or the other. I mean, it makes sense. Neither of those guys are ball dominant. What are they supposed to do together on the floor? But we saw more hustle. We saw more steals from Beasley, D'Lo, Rubio. Culver and Edwards looked great. They ended the second half in double digits. Culver was 4 of 4 in the first half, 11 points and 3 rebounds. Edwards was 5 of 7, 12 points in the first half. D'Lo, 6 of 10, 16 points. Edwards had this beautiful wraparound assist to D'Lo for an easy bucket in transition. Halftime. Going into halftime, we were up by 15 points. Wow. We held Gobert to 7 points and 6 rebounds on 2 of 4 shooting, and we held Donovan Mitchell to 4 points, 1 of 6. Huge credit to Okogie specifically and a little bit of Malik Beasley for really putting the pressure on him. I did start to notice that because of our persistent defense in that first half, they were missing these wide open 3-point shots, but also they were missing these layups. We mentally rattled them early on defensively, and it definitely paid dividends throughout the game. Third quarter. Malik was attacking the rim right out of the third quarter. Although right out of the third quarter, we also did give up a couple of easy points in the paint. I do not understand why this is a tendency of this team, but my God, I hope we can change that because it is getting frustrating knowing it's going to happen out of every quarter. Conley started off hot and he was cutting the lead. Edwards had a one-legged fadeaway on Conley using his size. Culver made some open threes, one assisted by Rubio in the third. Utah was shooting their 3-ball a little better, and slowly this lead that was about 15 to 17 points in the first half was at 9 points to end the third quarter, 88 to 79. Fourth quarter. This quarter was nerve-wracking. So we had a 15-point lead, ended the third making a 9-point lead. Conley started off the fourth just as hot as the third, made it a 7-point game right into the fourth quarter. We did a pretty good job holding them off throughout the fourth quarter. Rubio had this stretch of basketball that gave me flashbacks to his rookie year. He had a missed layup, missed three-point shot, and a turnover that led to the basket for them that cut the lead to 6 for them. I couldn't handle it. I did not want to choke away another Timberwolves basketball game. Edwards had a bully ball layup at the 7-minute mark. We still held this 8 to 6 point lead. Somewhere under the 7-minute mark, Donovan Mitchell started to get going. Jordan Clarkson became a man possessed, making tough layups in the paint. All these 3-point shots. He was killing it. Towns had a huge and one with about 6 to 7 minutes to go. On the next possession, he ended up getting hurt while driving to the rim and getting fouled by Gobert, which wasn't called a foul. He ended up hurting his wrist and going out. I was scared because Naz Reid was about to come into this game. Naz was about to get tasked with stopping all-star Gobert. But then D'Lo came at him back to back to back with this pretty mid-range jump shot. It was a rainbow arc. Nothing but net. Multiple times with no cat on the floor for about 3 to 4 minutes there just to keep us in control, keep that lead, pushing it on and on and on. But in Timberwolves fashion, you know we don't like to keep big leads. You know we don't like to make things easy on us. So the last minute of the game was nerve-wracking. The Utah Jazz guards lobbing it up to Gobert. They were coming back. Towns checked back into the game with a minute to go. We had an inbound set to Malik Beasley. He drove into the paint, had a tough, aggressive finish at the rim, body to body, finished his layup. They called a timeout. The last 25 seconds were a wild finish. There was a review where we didn't know whether it was going off Towns. Finally, it was determined that it went off Gobert in the end. We had the ball with 27 seconds, ran a play down to the 15 to 13 second mark where D'Lo and Towns turned the ball over, gave them 2 free points, and now we have the ball with 10 seconds left, and we're up by 2. Call a timeout, inbound the ball into D'Lo, who goes 1 of 2 at the lines. I was literally sitting in front of my TV doing this celebration, getting ready for it. The Utah Jazz had 4.3 seconds, down by 3, to able to tie the game up. We played great defense off an inbound to win the game. The Utah Jazz ended up losing the game on a 5-second violation call. It was awesome. I loved it. The hustle, the effort, the intensity from start to finish controlling this game, finishing the game out against a tough, well-coached, well-experienced playoff team with all-stars. It was amazing. Great performance. I give us a rating of a B+ on the night. There were moments that our defense didn't look as good as it could have. All things considered, B+ is a great performance. We also were up by 16 to 17, and we let them almost tie the game back. I had to dock some points because of that. The only bad things on the night was in the second half. We ended up getting sloppy and turning the ball over significantly more in the first half. Just weren't taking care of the ball and getting them right back into the game. Layman Juancho, just non-existent. Layman didn't even put up a bucket tonight. Whether it's a rebound putback layup or cutting to the basket, he's got to do something to get himself involved. Juancho only got 5 minutes today. I think he went 0 for 1, had a rebound. Saunders clearly limiting his minutes for good reasons because Anthony Edwards is popping up. Good performances by us tonight. We held the Utah Jazz to 50 points in the paint out of a total 111 that they scored. We had 56 points in the paint, so we beat them at that battle. Huge win for us. We shot 13 from 29 from three-point land, 45%. I'm going to start grouping these two guys together. Culver and Anthony Edwards, both attacking the basket off the bench, giving us energy, having huge performances. On Culver's end, his shooting improvement is so big, going 3 for 3 on the night from three-point land. 14 points, a ton of them coming at the rim. Huge 6 rebounds on the night. Anthony Edwards giving the Utah Jazz the work in so many different ways. Mid-range jumpers, layups at the rim, fast break, dunk, 3-point shots. He has an exciting future. Slowly but surely, he is going to be a much more important part of this offense. He already is an important part of this offense. He was a huge part of why we won today's game. Rubio played well except for that blunder in that fourth quarter. 3 from 8 on the night, 9 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. Underrated was his defense tonight on all the Utah guards. Clearly from him playing there, he knows the system, and you could tell that it was obviously flustering them. Beasley today was not a three-point shooter. He was only 1 of 4 from the three-point line, but he was 7 of 17, kept attacking the basket, huge 18 points and 6 rebounds for him. Cat had a pretty good game, minus his injury, 16 points, 12 rebounds. He played much better help defense today, specifically in the fourth quarter. He blocked Donovan Mitchell. Huge play from him. Huge improvement on the defensive end. Normally he ends up backing away and not getting the block, and they get this easy layup. Seeing improvement from him is massive. The MVP on the night, D'Angelo Russell, 25.6 assists. He got us going early on. He helped us keep our lead towards the end of the game to get us the win. I wish he had made that free throw in the end just to win the game earlier, but at least he made it the second time. I just wanted to do the celebration. As a Timberwolves fan, having a guard who can score is amazing. I was so glad that my prediction was wrong. We're 2-0. I said we were going to lose against Utah. But I'm still going to keep my cold take of the week and say that we are going to lose against the Los Angeles Lakers. Don't know who our answers are for LeBron James and Anthony Davis. My hot take is that we will beat the #1 Clippers. I'll touch on that in the next video upcoming. The biggest takeaways from today is that we fought, we clawed, we scrapped. We showed that we can play basketball against a high-quality team and compete. From every phase of the game today, playing defense, taking care of the ball, scoring, finding good looks, finishing the game out, making our free throws, making our wide open shots. Against a team of this caliber, we showed that we should be able to do this against a ton of high quality teams in the league. We got a tough road ahead of us. Lakers tomorrow on a back-to-back, Clippers on Tuesday the 29th, and then I believe we get to come home and play on Friday against the Washington Wizards. On this day in Wolves history, December 26th, 1999, the Timberwolves faced the Orlando Magic, beating them 105-109. Terrell Brandon had 18 points, 15 assists, and the big ticket Kevin Garnett with 26 points, 24 rebounds, and 7 assists. To all my new subscribers, thank you so much. If you guys could smash the like button, subscribe to my channel if you already haven't, and share to anyone you know that's a Timberwolves fan, that would be greatly appreciated by me. I hope you're hyped about today's win. Hope you're excited for tomorrow's game. Let's go Wolves!